Just when I think we've hit the height of weakness and stupidity in the West, there's a teenager called Shamima Begum who left England to join ISIS, who's now declaring that she wants to come home. And there are politicians and members of the public saying that we need to forgive her and allow her to come home because she was only 15 when she ran away to ISIS and committed treason. Treason, which is the most heinous crime, which held the largest and most disgusting punishments throughout history for a reason. When she committed treason, she was only 15 years old, so we should allow her to come back. And my question is as follows. 1, would she want to come back if Islamic State hadn't have lost? If the caliphate was still intact and she was still living under ISIS rule, would she want to return? No, she only wants to return now that the war is lost. You can't pick the winning side and pretend you miss home after your side loses. That shows she has absolutely zero loyalty to the UK. She's simply an opportunist who's playing the I was a little girl card to come back and live on UK taxpayer money to have her ISIS children. 2, if you want to play the I was only 15 years old card, I have a question for you. What about the 15-year-old girls who were watching Ariana Grande and were blown to smithereens by an ISIS bomber? What choice do they now have when they lay in the grave and their parents live the rest of their adult human lives without children? What choice do they have about where they want to live? Is the taxpayer flying them around the world? Are they fuck? It's garbage. The fact that there are people even considering letting this girl back in, any politician who even suggests it should be tried for treason. Any member of public who suggests it should be tried for treason. We are sending our young men to Iraq to die, to protect us against the enemy. We're sending men to die, and then when the enemy decides, now that they've lost, they want free benefits and the NHS, we're considering letting the enemy back into the country? Why are we sending soldiers to die if we just allow the enemy to just walk in here and have their children? The parents of this teenager are saying, oh, but she was young. Oh, she made a mistake. Here's a picture. Here's a picture of her father burning an American flag at a demonstration. Her whole family is ISIS. Her entire support structure in the UK from the ground up has been ISIS. These are all extremists. And now they want to sit and lobby the British government to allow their daughter to come back when they're the ones who radicalized her in the first place. This entire family hates the Western world and hates Western values until they need a national health service. And there are people in the UK sitting here thinking we need to give her another chance. You need to understand something. This weakness, this virtue signaling, this let's do the right thing is not going to benefit Britain. People think that if you're kind enough, it's somehow going to propel the country into some unknown stratosphere of happy hippie perfection, some utopia. It's not real. You do not let traitors back into your country. You do not let terrorists into your country. You do not let terrorist sympathizers into your country. I guarantee Shamima Begum was laughing. She was sitting with her ISIS husband and rejoicing and laughing as terror attacks took place in the UK. She was happy and smiling and clapping her hands, knowing that innocent British people were blown to pieces and run over with trucks. And then our politicians are going to sit and say, maybe we should let her back in. This country is a fucking joke.